هلا، جيت لك مقطع جديد، يلا نكمل. آه... اتوقع هنا. دائما ألخبط في التخزينة، ترى مرة دائما ألخبط. تعرفون شي، يمدحون التاكسي.
Nice outfit, Yagami-san.
Akaike-kun.
I'm facing the reality of bullying head-on. The rest of the world is content to turn a blind eye to the problem. Our whole society. They make a show of it when a kid commits suicide, but nothing changes about the reasons why. And every time, some bully with tears in his eyes always has the exact same line. I had no idea they would ever kill themselves.
Yeah.
They have no idea how their cruelty affects the person on the receiving end. You know why? Because they've never suffered. They don't know what it means to feel unsafe. I take care of that. I show them how much they've taken their safety for granted. Their actions need to have consequences, even if they don't realize until it's too late.
Koana.
As we speak, there are kids out there fearing that they have to go to school tomorrow. Like Mitsuru. Every kid like him deserves justice. So I had to become what I am to see it done.
I know exactly what you're saying. All too well. In fact, I know so well that it scares me. But if you let your sense of justice guide you totally unchecked, you'll eventually lose control and end up in a pretty dark place. You'll rationalize the sacrifices, whatever justice takes. For example, Sawa-sensei's death at the hands of Soma.
Enough!
Real justice has nothing to fear from the truth. Otherwise, you wouldn't turn away. So come on. Until you and Reiko Kusamoto turn yourselves in, public security won't give up. Don't you get it? If you end up caught by them now, you're gonna disappear for good.
Yeah. It would be a good time to disappear.
What?
I'll do it on my own terms, though. Public security won't find me. I knew the day would come that I'd have to trigger my exit strategy. It pays to have underground connections.
Oh, you think it would be that easy, do you? I'm sure you know. A serial killer can't hide.
Right. Every person that I've murdered deserved what they had coming. I won't stop doing it. There's dirty work to be done. And I don't mind being society's handyman. Whatever it takes. 13 years ago when Mitsuru jumped off that roof, I knew I'd spend the rest of my life atoning. It's the only way I can think of that will give Mitsuru what I didn't give him then. I don't really care what becomes of me either. I owe him. And I'm going to finish what I started.
Okay. So why'd you bring me out here then? You seem pretty set. Were you hoping I was gonna pat you on the back for it?
Hardly. I wouldn't expect a guy who drew his line in the sand to suddenly come around. But maybe that's exactly why I spilled my guts to you in the first place.
What do you mean?
Ihara-san should be the one carrying this thing. I hate to ask, but would you mind passing it along? You're the only one I can trust with it now.
Isn't this Toshiro?
That locket has my final message to Ihara-san in it. I was supposed to help him get justice for his son, but I'm not going to be able to see it through. I guess the rest is up to him. Soon as I'm out of here, my face and my name are gonna have to be changed.
Were you thinking I was just gonna watch as you walked away?
You really gonna make this a dramatic breakup?
Stop it. I'm not gonna back down on this. Years ago, a girl died because I didn't chase the truth to the end. Her name was Emi Terasawa, and I'll never forget her. Murderers tend to follow a rule. They have no problem killing again to protect their secrets. That's you, Reiko Kusamoto. It's still gonna apply.
Called it, I suppose. I half knew that you would pull this shit instead of saying goodbye.
If you run, I won't chase you. There may be a trail of death in your wake, but in court, I'd have nothing that would stick. Even if I brought you down, the only thing that'd keep you from escaping are the bars of a jail cell.
So what now, then?
Until you finally realize that you need to turn yourself in, I'll need to be persuasive. For you, Reiko Kusamoto, I firmly believe that the two of you can still be saved.
I swear.
Akaike!
Soma,
جاء طالب الشر.
Arcay's here.
جاء طالب
How the heck
الشر
did they figure out
وأعوانه.
where we'd be?
Listen up! Kitakata-sensei stays alive.
كيتاكاتا.
As for Yagami, if killing him means he doesn't escape, that's fine.
I made sure I wasn't tailed on the way here. We both did. Neither of us could have led them out here. I know for damn sure we're too careful for that to happen. That means there's only one guy they could have tailed to find us. It was a Kaike. Public security figured out that there's a connection between me and him.
يب.
Are you aware of the implications of that?
Is figuring that out right now really all that important?
It's Kusumoto-san. She knows him. She's the only connection between me and a Kaike.
What?
I'm saying, Kusumoto-san decided to sell me out. Something happened that caused her to change her mind. Public security, I'd guess.
ولدها صحي عشان كذا باعتك. خلاص الأساس صحي عشان كذا باعتك.
Remember earlier? Didn't you say something about this ship having a bunch of escape routes?
A bunch of escape routes great for a party of one.
Fine. Why are you still here?
Well, I thought you wanted to persuade me. I admit, I was interested in hearing you spin some more of your bullshit.
You got it. Now I'll have time to think.
What is the holdup? Hurry up and take them.
Yo,
يلا
these
انت
guys got a
اسلم.
whole bag of tricks up their sleeve.
انقلع يا سومو بس يلا انقلع.
Can't run.
Looks like they finally upgraded us
غثيث
to the
مرة.
arcade big shots.
Yeah. But they're gonna be sorry they messed with us all the same.
حقير هذا هو في الأمن العام كذا يسوي. يا خذوا ابلعوا. وريه حتى انا بوريك ايش صار. اوكي احب لما نضغط مع اللحظة الأخيرة. طلع في عندهم زعيم ما انتبهت له كأنه من الحشد. ايش تراني عنه؟ اقعد انتبه حتى للزعمات التافهين ذولا حقينه. ايش بصرت يابانية؟ الو تحولت يابانية يا قلبي، عادي فضفضي لي ايش فيكي. يلا خذوا، حتى انا عندي نفس اللي عندكم. لا انكسرت يا ما مداني اخذها، خسارة. الزعيم اداه كل الالوان، الطفشانين قاموا وداه كل الالوان عمره. قالوا يا قلبي خذ نلون لك، خذ نزود لك لون. قال لي زودوا لي لون، والله انا بكي لو ما زودتوا لي لون في عمري. ابي لون زيادة عن الباقيين، ابى اكون مميز. قالوا خذ ابشر ابشر ابشر. لا تبكي، ما نشوف الدموع حقتك ذي، والله نزود لك لون. ايوه. اوه ماي جاد، اوه ماي جاد، حبيت. سلاح، خذ سلاح بسلاح، يلا. بس يعني ما نقارن بالسلاح اللي معك يا تبن، يا رئيس الأتبان. قوم يا قومي، ما يبون إلا أنا. يا قومي، طيب بدل ما تناديني اضربه. شش قاعد تفرج، استضرني انا بس اللي يوجه الضرب. خذ ابلع، انا خلاص سكت لك كثير، ما انت ملاحظ؟ انت ملاحظ انا سكت لك كثير. انا شوف اذا اقدر اهيل، ما يمدي اهيل، اتوقع راح يجي عرض. واه كثيرين الله ياخذهم، كثيرين يا ليت على الخير على الشر.
Are we really struggling to take out two guys? RK is going to be a joke if this keeps up. I thought you boys were the Tojo clan's finest. Your work really shouldn't be an embarrassment.
اهم شي انه مزبط شعره. راح اخرب لك شعرك لا تشوف، انا اوريك.
It's about time for Plan B.
Huh? You saying you've got another trick up your sleeve?
Yeah, but it kinda sucks. So I wouldn't get your hopes up.
Come on up! You're not going anywhere. Got to get off me!
من جد get off me.
Stop! There's nowhere to run! Come on up!
وانا يا قمي، والله كونه مجنون، حرفيا مجنون.
Oh shit, get your phone! Hurry! This ship just exploded! We gotta get this on video!
والله كونه مجنون.
Okay, bring it in. Hurry it up, fellas. We're gonna have cops. They're really starting to annoy me.
بالله بدأوا يزعجونك يعني. انت ما شفت شيء. ما شفت شيء.
His plan B was blowing up the ship. Heads up would have been nice.
من جد كان اداني تنبيه على القلب. اوكي يعني دحين قال انه راح يستمر باللي قاعد يسوي كوانا لأنه
Soma's ties to public security
يبي
may
ياخذ
lead
حق
to his undoing. By seizing the puppet himself,
حق اللي
Yagami
ينتحرون.
seeks
قال
to
عشان
pull down
يتربون
the
يصيروا ما
puppet
عاد فيه
master holding the
متنمرين
strings.
وما يصير
To
أطفال
do
خايفين
so,
يروحون
he
المدرسة.
forms a temporary
قال له
alliance with
بما
the
شفت
fugitive
الوقت اللي
Koana,
نحن قاعد نتكلم فيه الحين،
but Soma
الحين في
arrives
طالب
to
خايف
carve a
يروح
bloody
المدرسة.
path into a
قال له أبا
hideaway
هذا
no
الشيء
one
توقف.
should know about.
قال فلازم أعاقب
Reiko
المتنمرين، بس
Kusumoto's
إنه
betrayal
يذبحهم
has
يعني
proven
صراحة مو
more
حل.
volatile than
يعني
anyone could
افضحهم،
have guessed.
اضربهم، عذبهم، تنمر عليهم زي ما هم يتنمرون. يعني رد الفعل بنفس الفعل مو أكثر. يعني حتى الإسلام إيش يقول لنا؟ رد الفعل بنفس الفعل مو أكثر ولا أقل. يعني مثلا واحد صفقك كف الصفقة كف، خلاص اتصافيتوا، صفقتوا كف بعض، انتهينا. تبى تسامح سامح، ما تبى تسامح رجع له كف وانتهينا. بس اللي بدأ أول لازم يتقبل الكف اللي راح يجي زي ما أدى هو كف. بس هذه سهلة.
That was a Kaike-kun, right?
يعني الواحد يفكر قبل ما يوجه ضربة لأحد إنه راح تجي نفس الضربة، سواء كلام سواء أي فعل من الأفعال. فلازم الواحد يتقبل اللي يجي في المقابل لكل فعل ردة فعل.
I wouldn't give public side. Right. Unfortunately, one's response any investigation.
The public learned the bomb.
Yeah.
No, we've been in touch via email though. He's on his way to a hospital now.
Great. What'd he get himself into now?
If he's actually going to the hospital, does that mean it's serious?
Don't worry, he's fine. He's just going to meet with someone about the case.
Who'd want to meet up at a hospital?
Reiko Kusumoto.
من ريكو؟ الأم.
13 years. I still can't believe it. Waking up and finding out you're suddenly 30.
Take your time. You'll adjust eventually.
Work again?
I won't be long. I just need to take a quick meeting. Now put down that mirror already.
خليه يتأمل نفسه، يشوف نفسه كبير. ليش أحس الولد ده كذاب؟ ليش أحسه صاحي من أول؟ هل معقول اللي تو مسحب من الغيبوبة يقدر يتكلمون سريع؟ 30 سنة في غيبوبة. هل يقدر زي كذا يتكلم طبيعي بسرعة؟ يعني الصراحة ما أدري، أنا ما عندي علم يعني، بس شاكة في الأمر.
So, you sold Koana out to public security because Mitsuru-kun woke up.
عارف
Is
إنه
that about sum it
هذا
up?
صحي.
You waited 13 years for Mitsuru-kun to wake up. If you turn yourself in now, you'd lose him all over again.
There's that. Yes. Going forward, he needs to stand on his own 2 feet and rebuild his life. It'll take time, and lots of it. There's no real end in sight. He's at a disadvantage as it is. And to brand him the child of a murderer on top of that, I couldn't.
لحظة إني قمت أشك في الكل. حتى هذا مسكين اللي بغيبوبة قمت أشك فيه. والله شو أسوي عاد؟
It's incredible. Finally, he's woken up.
Doesn't this change everything? I think you may want to reconsider what you told me, Kusumoto-san.
أوكي صحيح إنه راح يحتاج يبني حياته
Although I'm
من
sure you
الصفر.
could have lived with the weight of your choice.
Oh my god. بس بناء الحياة أحس
Now you have
ما له
something
عمر
you'd
معين.
sacrifice everything
يعني
to
ممكن
protect.
الإنسان يبني حياته
He's
حتى
so precious, but he's
ما
also
هو
so
كبير
fragile
يعني.
he can come crashing down without even a warning.
يعني لأن
You're
الواحد
going
ما
to
أدري
have
متى
to be his
ينجح،
shield,
متى يصير
son. We'll do it
الشيء اللي هو
together
يتمناه،
with your cooperation.
فالواحد ما ييأس يعني. أتمنى هذا فعلا يكون في كوما
I have to do what I can to protect him.
وما يكون له يد،
You covered up your
يعني
crimes
يكون
and it was
في
so
كان
sensitive
في
you got
غيبوبة
caught in the
فعلا.
crossfire.
أي خلنا
On
نسمع
top
شو
of
تقول
that,
لنا.
Akaike-kun's throat was slit last night. Now he's dead too. Kawano will
يا
be another body
ربي
for the police.
قهر، والله
Hell,
قهر.
maybe I'm in trouble myself.
How was he yesterday?
Well, as soon as RK showed up for him, he knew you'd stabbed him in the back. I can't really say how that made him feel. Until now, he'd been adamant about ensuring you stayed out of this.
يبي
He said
طعنت
no one
في
could
ظهره
blame
دي،
you for what you did to
وثق
Shinya
فيها.
Kawana put his life on the line for you. You
Yep.
failed to silence him, and you let him get away. That means whatever happens next, it's his move. And whatever he does to you, none of my business. As for me, I have no evidence on Kawai's murder, so you're off my list too. I only came here today because I wanted to know why you betrayed Kawana. That's all. I hope Mitsuru-kun has a speedy recovery.
انت تخانت كوانا، ما له داعي تخونه. يعني كوانا ضحى دحين هو حط نفسه في الواجهة الأمامية. يعني كوانا الحين أي شيء يصير راح يكون على ظهر كوانا. يعني هو جاب لها ذاك اللي قتلته، اللي تنمر على ولدها، هذا النهاية جزاؤه. اوكي نرجع للوكالة. كان طيب يعني، وصلتنا الوكالة. يعني ايش التعب ذا؟ صح ولا لا؟ يو طريق زحمة. كويس هو من حاله فهم مشار. أنا أشوف أي كويس عندي العمر. لو عمري مو مليان كان رحت مقهى، اشتريت يقمي قهوة كذا خليه يروق بعد الأحداث اللي صارت الحين. يلا تعال نتضارب. والله ماني قادرة عليه. هو شايفين العصاية اللي في يده، ضربة واحدة توديني السماء على طول. يصير طائر النورس يحلق يحلق. جناحيه صفق صفق. كيف يصفق بالله؟ يعني كيف يصفق؟ لا جد يعني نحن الصغار كنا أغبياء، كنا نقعد نغني طائر النورس. حتى ما كنا الصغار كمان ذاك الصغر. او ماي جاد، إلا كنت مرة صغيرة وقت طائر النورس. او ماي جاد، هل يعني نحن الصغار كنا أغبياء؟ كيف يصفق بجناحيه وهو قاعد يطير، قاعد يحلق، بعدين يصفق اوه ماي جاد، واو. يعني خلصت كل التحاليل الحين في الدنيا، جيت تحللين الأنشودة هذه حق الطائر النورس، خليك ساكتة.
You don't want to know how that went.
No leads, huh?
Pretty much. Doesn't help that as soon as they spot Kuwana, they're gonna make their move.
Kawana gave this to me yesterday.
Isn't that Toshiro Ehara?
Yep. He told me to give it to a...
What the? Oh man, it looks like it's cracked.
Can you take a look at it, Tsukumo? I get the feeling
Certainly. Not handing it over.
He won't mind.
Speaking of...
Saori-san's preparing for the appeal. Still no date, but the courts are working as fast as they can. If they accept...
And that'd put
Right. If Kawana and his murders come to light, anyone connected to Reiko Kusamoto could be suspected as an accomplice. And if that happens, she'd lose it.
Interesting.
Everyone wants their own brand of justice to come out on top. But enough is enough. If we don't handle this, public security will take out Kawana.
Then what's your next move?
Gonna head to Ahara's trial and back up Saori-san. Feels like we've come full circle.
I'd argue the opposite, Yagamishi. The circumstances surrounding the trial are completely different this time. I can't help but consider how grand a task simply...
Seriously, we can't just stay quiet and watch.
يلا أحس المحاكمة اللي بروحها مع ساوري مرة صعبة. لأني نسيت الأحداث الحين ما أدري إيش راح أجاوب حرفيا.
Can you guys keep an eye out for Kawana and Ijincho? I need to go over Ahara's case with
المشكلة حتى ما أحفظ الأسامي.
We're going too soon.
ماني حافظة أساميهم، ماني حافظة شيء. كيف أروح طيب؟ أنا باقي في يوكوهاما. طبيعي بنتي باقي في يوكوهاما، وش بك؟ كيف أروح أيوة نسيت اسمها كاميشيرو أو شي زي كذا. ما أحفظ الأسامي أنا. الله يا بعدها تعرفون ايش يمدحون تاكسي. شوفوا كيف يعني دحين يعني ما فيني حال. تبوني اروح اجري ما فيني. يا الله خذوا بالدراجة. يا الله خلاص سيبوني اركي اول متسوغاني فاميلي بعدين بعدين مين نسيت المهم.
Wow, looks like we've got a full house.
Shirosaki-sensei asked me to come by. She said they needed some business handled while you were out of town.
I find it hard to believe she'd put it that way.
Maybe not. Either way, I don't mind helping.
Yagami-san,
أكيد أنا عارفة ما
I think we
تمانع.
should conduct another interview with Ahara-san.
Okay, but what will we talk about?
If we want to claim he's innocent of battery, then we need to prove he's the one who murdered Mikoshiba at the same
والله
time.
هذه كنا نحن في البيت لما تتزبط
But
لما
since the
نطلع.
murder for which isn't admissible in court, we need something more substantial.
أغاني ساكتة.
Basically, we need new evidence. And that might mean something no one's seen or found yet.
So your plan is to meet with Ahara and just ask him?
I know it's a long shot, but yes.
I'd like to come help, but someone has to check Higashi-san's work.
Excuse me? If I have to be Hoshino-kun's lackey, I'm fucking out.
I'd prefer if you address me as Hoshino-sensei.
Mouth on this kid.
ها يتضاربون لا تتضاربون.
So, if you talk to him again, do you
خلنا
think we'll find
نعرف
out something new this time?
I'll see what I can get.
Sounds good.
يب
Sure.
راح أحصل حاجة جديدة هذا المرة. حاجة جديدة الله أكبر. Oh my god خليك ساكتة بت. كلجات لليل. Kill sometime. هاشقي شاجو.
RK's still raising. Just watch.
أقول لو ما تعجب اختي كان صفقتك. يلا باي. هاشيكي هاشيكي. يا الله كل سام تايم. كيف نقتل الوقت؟ الوقت يقتلنا ونحن ما نقدر نقتل الوقت. انا اروح لمحل الالعاب. لا ما ابغى. ذكريات سيئة مع محل الالعاب ده. الله تعال 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 صفقك تعال. عشان ايش؟ ناخذ 50,000. الله الله يكفينا ذا الصابة. موت. الله ما ياخذ دقوق. هاشيكي هاشيكي. خذ يلا خلاص. شوف كيف يقوم يعصب. خلاص يا اخي موت. ايش ذا الحين؟ هذا فلوس العلاج غالية. واو ادوني 100,000. في مطعم جنبنا. لا 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 لا. شكرا. اريغاتو اريغاتو كاواي. والله معليش. ندور مطعم ثاني. لا اصبر علينا. ما راح اقدر اروح لها. ما راح اقدر اروح لك يا ساوري. اصبري ناكل بعدين اجيكي. في مطعم هنا. بليز قول لي. او ماي جاد برضو لحم. ناخذ اغلى شيء. والله يسبع تسبيع مو طبيعي. العمر رجع فل.
Pretty tasty, thanks.
اريغاتو كاواي. وين نروح؟ تاكسي. يا أخي قصتك واللي شفيك السرفة يا بنت.
So the murder footage can't be used as evidence.
رافعة ضغطي والله العظيم.
It be played in court for all to see.
Yeah, and if it was, it would prove your innocence and overturn your battery conviction, no problem. But the prosecution flat out refuses to accept the murder of Mikoshiba. There's no room for error. You could flat out confess and they would refuse to accept it.
Excellent. In the end, they'll lock me up for battery. And I'll get away with murder.
Yeah. We know all about what you and Kwana planned. We just don't have the evidence to prove it.
My condolences.
Which reminds me, you said you'd confess to killing Mikoshiba after you got out of prison. Then, as icing on the cake, you'd admit the battery charge was false and humiliate the law for...
Exactly. The public must know personally. I hope the media hops off.
I bet you do. So when that time comes, you'll need some decisive evidence of the murder so your confession holds water. Maybe you've got something like that in your back pocket already? Because we'd sure look good if we had some new evidence to take into the appeal.
That's why you geniuses came all the way out here. I told you I wouldn't admit to the murder in court. I have no intention of just handing it over.
Handing it over? So you're saying there is still a piece of evidence we don't know about?
What is it, Ahara-san?
Even if there was, you'll never get your hands on it. Didn't mean to get your hopes up.
The murder weapon. Kanagawa PD.
Yet it appears in the... a knife. If it wasn't found at the murder scene, it's highly likely the suspect or an accomplice took it with them.
Any normal criminal would have just ditched it somewhere. Except you're anything but normal. You got revenge for your son, and you want to publicly humiliate the law for letting you pull it off.
Your point?
If you were cleared of the battery charges and confessed to Mikoshiba's murder without evidence, no one would buy it. You'd need something convincing. Busting out the weapon no one's found yet would do the trick. That one piece of evidence would flip the whole case on its head.
Well, look at you go. Then tell me, where do you surmise I've hidden this weapon?
Well, right after killing Mikoshiba and Ijincho, you would have had to book it to Ikebukuro Station. You had accomplices with you.
And if that's the case, there would have been plenty of time to hide the weapon.
Yeah, so that's about as far as I've thought this out.
That's it? Then I'm done here.
Kawana's vanished, Nahara-san. Public security found out about him.
Public security?
Kawana wanted me to tell you he won't make it to the end of your revenge plan.
So, I'm the last man standing, am I? Well, he's already helped me plenty. I never expected to see him again anyway.
At this point, he won't be able to outrun them. If public security catches him, he'll get much worse than an unfair trial. Burying him will be the least they do.
What do you mean? What's going on?
You remember last time? If you don't recall, I said you'd grab the tiger by the tail.
And your tiger is public security?
Right. And they're out there on the warpath. Everything has to be brought into the light. We need what you did to be exposed. Kawana can't be saved in any other way. I need your help, Nahara-san.
Then you lose. I'll never admit to killing Hiro Mikoshiba in court. The system can die. It threw Toshiro away, and I won't lift a finger to save it. Kawana-san knew how this could end. We have our convictions. When this started, we knew it could end up costing our lives.
You knew going in, huh? And that's all? Is that what you tell yourself so you can sleep at night?
Maybe it is.
Yagami-san. Do you remember my original request? To look into both the Hara incidents? I asked you to look into the train event, and then I asked you to look into Hiro Mikoshiba's murder. And now, I'm afraid I have to make one more request of you. Do you still carry your defense attorney's lapel pin? At Hara-san's trial, I'd like you to take the floor with me to defend him. It's going to be eventful. I think we should go as a team.
You sure about that? You know, my legal counsel isn't cheap.
I'll let Genda-sensei know about the invoice.
You got it. Count me in. You never know when something like this will happen. Check it out. I always have it on me.
I know that.
Huh? You do?
Oh my god. ما يبي يساعدنا. يقول ما يهمه. يقول أنا كوانا عرفنا راح نخسر حياتنا كذا ولا كذا. يقول ما يهمه ما بيساعد كوانا بيمشي على خطته. بس إنه طلبت منه ساوري-سان إنه ينضم لها للمحكمة كفريق وش اسمه ذا. المهم إنه خلص يعني قام قال لها هذه حقتي غالية يعني أتعابك كمحامي. قام قالت له راح تقول لي جندا سensei عن هذا الأمر يعني. قام قال له أوكي اعتبريني معك. قال له أنا دائما أحمل إشارة المحامي. قام قالت له أدري. قام قال لها تدرين؟
Just got back to Yokohama, actually.
You just noticed? Everywhere you went, I know it.
Where are you right now?
Over at the Leomong's place. Hoshino, make your way here.
يلا يلا جاي جاي. قريب مني. المهم عاد أحس المحامي من جد اللي ودي يدافع عني، يعني إذا سمح الله صار أي شيء يا قومي، والله محامي بضمير. والله أحتاج ياقومي في حياتي مرة ضروري، والله إنه مرة رهيب. اللي ناس عندهم في حياتهم زي ياقومي يعني المفروض يحمدون الله ويشكرون، لأنهم نادرين جدا. مع إنه شوفوا حياته في خطر، يعني احتمال يموت، بس مع ذلك مكمل وماضي في الأمر إلا يكشف الحقيقة.
A good ass kisser is a good communicator. Welcome back,
إيش
Yagami-san.
ذا؟ إيش يقولون ذولا؟
Grab a seat, Doc.
العصابة كلها ما شاء الله هنا.
Nice. So you're really gonna stand in court again?
Just to give Sari-san some support.
Does that mean I don't need to be...
Huh? How would I know? Isn't that more of a Sari-san question?
If Yagami's there, I don't see why you gotta be. You're on thin ice, Hoshino-kun. You still gonna have a job if you're redundant?
I have been plenty useful. At least a little.
Should a lawyer really have to say that? This guy is kind of a rookie, huh?
Ah, man. The gangster just put the lawyer on notice.
Well, that's all I got. How about you guys?
يا ربي قد تنمرون على الولد الصغير عشان أصلا راحت في الجروب.
So where's Kawana? Any word on...
Yeah, about that. We must have...
RK's out there looking for...
On the flip side...
Well, yeah.
Alive? Yes. Unharmed. When I saw it, the real... Now the...
I'd never look... Maybe.
Yeah.
أوكي. ما علينا.
Yeah, but we didn't gain much from it.
Turns out Ahara and his old lady don't really keep in touch. After her son took his only...
She...
Did Ahara...
She said
she didn't...
According to...
Really?
Well, there's...
Made...
What's the word on our...
Everywhere you steer us.
Plus, they're...
Harassing how?
You know, shit like pretending to be normal customers and dying dashing or complain. Then another guy will come in and be like, need protection? And suddenly they're charging a fee.
That's some Yakuza shit right there.
Old shit, too. The Yakuza who pulls out today is out in one shot under the anti-gang law.
And Soma? Is he still around town?
Nah, there's nothing on him. Even if he is, he probably... And Soma...
Soma والله تبن.
That about right.
يقهر والله. يقهر.
Sukino-san and Sugiura-san do some impressive work.
Yeah. You don't hold a candle to them, Hoshino-kun.
Hoshino.
Black belt in karate and you never even use it.
Well, I'm just more of a behind-the-scenes kind of guy. Anyway, I'm heading back to Kamurocho. Enjoy yourself, Higashi-san.
Tesso said he'll let us stay.
تسجيل له هيجاشي. لشادو.
If I can really stay the night, I'll take him up on that.
اوكي قال له استمتع مع نفسك مع حالك يلا قلع. استغفر الله يا ربي.
Get this Tesso out here.
Yagami, I think I'll stick with Aniki and couldn't live with myself.
شفتوا الحقير كيف معاه نار قاعد يحرقني؟ والله
Really, guys?
ايش الحقارة هذه؟ في مطعم قدامي باكل، خلنا نضرب دولة بعدين اكل. وحو. والله اعطاني واحدة ضربة كذا محترمة. تعال. كذا زي الألف. الله. وين الثاني؟ أي شيء وراي. ما يساعدونا، هذا حقين عصابتهم. بالدور. بالدور. خلنا نتضارب مع ذولا. يعني أنا ماني عارفة، يعني توني صاح من النوم، أعوذ بالله، كلها مضاربات. والله ضربهم مرة يأثر. اسمع الصياح بس يا لطيف. الصيحة لحالها أليمة. يلا قوم. يلا الصيح مرة ثانية. 50,000 يا تافه. أنا أروح المطعم. وينه؟ شوف المطعم. هذا مو إلا مطعم. هاتي عندك، ايش عندك من أكل؟ او ماي جاد، الله. روبيان. ايش هذا؟ لا ما ابغى. الله ما شاء الله، سبعت نفسي.
Starving. Pretty tasty. Thanks.
الله. والله رقدت ولك انت واكلك ذا الذي. يلا نكمل الطريق. ايش في يا قلبي؟ سكيرة.
Really? He's upstairs.
يلا. الله الكلب.
Tsukumo-kun.
Something up?
Yes, turn deep. For what was inside. This. The cracks in the pendant were hiding an SD card, and on it was some video data.
Video data?
It's the footage of Ihara murdering Hiromi.
That doesn't make sense. Why would Kawana put his life on the line just to give me that? I mean, RK came after him, and all for a video that's already all over the internet?
Yes, except the video on that card is the original. All the others were copies of this source. In layman's terms, this is the master tape. Or in film, it'd be the negative, with no additions or modifications of any kind.
What do you mean? And how do you know for sure?
So this SD card here is a special little thing. You can't usually buy it in stores. It's called a worm, or write once, read many. If you were to take a picture with a digital camera, the images saved on this SD card couldn't be edited or deleted. It's what forensics teams use when
Oh my
photographing crime
god.
scenes. Which means what we have here is
اللي تتخزن في هذا الكرت ما تقدر لا تنحذف أو تتعدل.
Would qualify as evidence in Hara's appeal.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd say you have room to negotiate with the at the very least. Beats an internet copy with no origin.
Hey, think this'll be enough to win the trial?
Well, I can't guarantee that. The video on here is the sole original. That's why he'd only leave it in the hands of someone he trusted.
أوه يعني كوانا يثق في ياغامي. لا ما يثق في ياغامي، أنا أثق فيه.
Kawana asked me to give this to Ahara.
Sure, but he had to know we'd turn it inside out first. Maybe it's Kawana-san's way of entrusting you with the evidence you need? After all, with public security after him, he may not live to see tomorrow. And seeing how he's on the run, he had to find a way to get that into Ahara-san's hands. Which I think is why he left it all up to you, Yagamishi.
And it's settled. It's about time I expose everyone involved in Mikoshiba's murder. Ahara, that's the first step to luring public security out in the open.
And I believe the SD card will make that possible.
So hey, looks like almost getting blown up was worth it.
Yep.
I guess so.
Hey, sorry to bug you.
Matsu? What are you doing here?
I was talking to the MRC guys earlier. They said you'd be at this detective agency.
Everything okay?
Well, Akane started hanging out with some shady guys. So I figured I should talk to Yagami-san about this.
Sounds like a tricky situation. Please, have a seat.
Akane's that girl you hung out with all the time, right? So, want to tell me more about these shady guys?
They're these thugs from Tokyo. RK, they're called. They've been flirting with her.
Okay.
They got her so comfortable, she blurted out some stuff she probably shouldn't have. Stuff about you, Yagami-san.
Well, that's nothing I can't handle. But rolling with RK is bad news. She needs to stop. Their leaders are ex-Yakuza, you know.
I knew it. So they actually are dangerous then.
What's really going on?
They asked Akane which student you cared about the most.
What?
So she kinda blurted out Koda's name.
She did what?
Yeah, even Akane knew she messed up. So she called me right after. Yagami-san, you've been mixed up with RK, right? You think they might go after Koda?
Can you try to get in touch with her?
Actually, I haven't been able to.
What about Akane?
Oh, right. Let me try and call.
Hello, Matsune?
Akane, where are you right now?
The last place Mikoshiba-sensei was.
Huh?
I'm with RK. We're at the building where Mikoshiba-sensei's body was found.
Why?
Matsune, are you with Yagami already?
How do you know about that?
It's Yagami. Is Koda-san there too?
She is. Yagami-san! It's me, Koda! Please, help me!
This Yagami? Come on over.
Who is this?
Not important. Better hurry, or else Koda-chan will have to entertain us. Know what I mean?
Hey!
Don't! What the hell do you want?
Come down and find out. Oh, I'm sure this goes without saying, but if you go to the cops, these girls...
Do you guys even understand what you're doing right now?
Better hurry.
What's happening?
You stay... Perfect.
عارفين لو الثانية الحلقة خليتها تاكل تبن.
Let's go, Yagami-san.
أحس لا ما أقدر حتى لو الثانية كان ساعدتها يعني. بس برضو تاكل تبن أنا حيوانة. ليش ما أروح مع التاكسي؟ أفضل لي. وبس هذا راح يكون نهاية مقطعنا لليوم. لا تنسى اللايك والاشتراك في قناتي ومشاركة المقطع إذا عجبكم، وشكرا لكم وباي.